I'm David Brancaccio. Stock index futures are pointing to modestly higher markets this morning. The 10-year interest rate is steady today, but it's the highest since late July. The Fed meets later this week with a verdict on Thursday on how much to lower rates, and we'll be keeping an eye on currency markets tonight. Marketplace's Nova Safo reports.
Volatility in currency trading jumped a week ago and has continued to heat up. Traders are honing in on three currency trades against the dollar: the euro, Mexico's peso, and China's yuan. Options contracts help traders hedge risk, and that's where Reuters is reporting a lot of activity right now. It says volatility in euro-dollar options spiked to the highest level since the 2016 election. That's because depending on who wins the White House, there are diverging scenarios and implications with regards to global trade, the direction of inflation, and interest rates. Big moves in currency markets can affect the costs of imports and exports, not to mention they can make traveling to other countries more or less expensive. I'm Nova Safo for Marketplace.
Dow futures are up 0.2% now. S&P futures are up 0.3%. Now, the Dow Jones Industrial Average is the gauge people mean when they ask, how's the market? But it's not a law of physics. The Dow's a kind of sculpture molded and chiseled by humans in rough image of the economy. Periodically, companies get kicked out. This week, the artificial intelligence and graphics microchip company NVIDIA replaces rival Intel. And Dow Chemical is out, with Sherwin-Williams of paint fame going in. Marketplace's Savannah Peters has the thinking here.
The Dow is made up of 30 companies at a time, and the committee that decides on that list tries to represent key parts of today's economy. So in the case of artificial intelligence leader NVIDIA taking Intel's place,
basically they're swapping the new market leader in semiconductors for the old market leader.
John Blank is chief strategist at Zacks Investment Research. He says for these companies, getting tapped to join a major index is like being invited into an exclusive club.
It does indicate economic health of the company.
And economic relevance. Meanwhile, getting subbed out of the Dow
is a real kick in the pants.
Hillary Kramer, chief investment officer with Green Tech Research, says getting dropped from a major index fund isn't great for a company's image or its stock value.
The way we buy stocks today, instead of investing in individual stocks, we tend to buy ETFs.
That's exchange-traded funds or baskets of stocks,
which mirror indexes.
Kramer says it's not just bad publicity when a company gets replaced. Fund managers then dump that stock from their portfolios en masse to make room for the new addition. I'm Savannah Peters for Marketplace.
And Meta Facebook has just altered its policy and now will allow its artificial intelligence models to be used by the U.S. military and its contractors. A senior Meta official blogs that the company now backs, quote, responsible and ethical uses of the technology to support the U.S. and democratic values.
Marketplace Morning Report is supported by Palo Alto Networks. Palo Alto Networks delivers comprehensive cybersecurity protection while automating cyber defense to stop threats so organizations can thrive. Learn more at paloaltonetworks.com. And by Progressive Insurance with Snapshot. Learn more about Snapshot at progressive.com or 1-800-PROGRESSIVE. Snapshot not available in California or from all agents.
I passed through New York's Broadway heading into work and remember those bizarrely dark canyons closed for 18 months during the pandemic. Those theaters have been back open for just over 3 years now, and one theme this season are Hollywood folks treading the boards, Robert Downey Jr. and Mia Farrow headlining 2 shows. How long does one of these have to stay open to make money? Jeff London investigates.
Right now, Patti LuPone and Mia Farrow are in a 4-month run of a play called The Roommate.
When was the last time you were on a date?
When I got married. And we all saw how well that turned out.
Okay.
And this spring, you can see George Clooney in an adaptation of his film Good Night and Good Luck for 12 weeks only, and Denzel Washington and Jake Gyllenhaal in Shakespeare's Othello for just 15 weeks.
That isn't a lot of time for investors to make much of a profit in an era of exorbitant production costs.
Philip Boroff is editor of the newsletter Broadway Journal, which tracks theater finances.
Othello will cost about $8.5 million to produce. It seems to be selling very well, and tickets I see are $821.
You heard that right. $821 is the top ticket price for the best seats to Othello, but there are lottery or rush tickets for considerably less. To make back money in a short run, producers use dynamic pricing, much like the airlines. The higher the demand, the higher the price. John Johnson is one of the producers of Good Night and Good Luck.
The nature of the pricing part of it is so that the money can go to the place that it needs to go to recoup the cost of the show.
He says, think about other entertainment options.
Look at the price for World Series tickets in both New York and LA. Same thing for Taylor Swift or Beyonce tickets in the last 2 years.
Once tickets for Good Night and Good Luck go on sale, they're bound to be snapped up, says Philip Boroff.
Obviously, with stars, part of what you're selling is scarcity. So, people are paying a lot of money to be in a relatively small space with the biggest celebrities on earth.
Broadway is one of the toughest markets to make money. Only 1 in 5 productions break even or make a profit. So a show with a celebrity at its center or based on a well-known film gives producers a leg up. Sometimes. Splashy musical versions of Back to the Future and The Notebook are closing soon at a loss, so you never know what will catch on. Still, Philip Boroff says,
I don't know anyone who doesn't want to see George Clooney or Jake Gyllenhaal and Denzel Washington in Shakespeare.
As long as you can afford a ticket. In New York, I'm Jeff London for Marketplace.
See what we did there? Keep our minds off the election for 2 minutes, 36 seconds. Best I can do. I'm David Brancaccio, Marketplace Morning Report. From APM, American Public Media.